Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zam Crow here, aka Scoot, back with the International Trainers League Season 5, week number 12 against Noiverns Nation. Davion, coach of the Nevada Noiverns. We lost last week against Blue Victini Sebast and the Montreal Infernos. Kind of a controversial loss there. Some unfortunate things happened to us, but we're back here and we're going to try to win our last two games, starting off with this one here in week 12. And we bring a pretty fun squad. We have a very bulky, very offensive Victini with a brave nature, max attack, and a little bit of special attack investment, and a lot of defense and special defense investment with a little HP investment as well. It's a little bit similar to the Victini we brought against Gypsy King, except we are physically attacking with no will-o-wisp, and we have the Trick Room, the V-Create, Bolt Strike, and the Glaciate, and the Weakness Policy again. So I think this thing can put in some work. It's something that I can set up a Trick Room once things like the Araquanid is gone. I think that's what it's called. And once the Mimikyu's disguise is broken, I can set up a Trick Room and proceed to take any super effective hit and get a boost, and just click V-Create over and over and over, as I would keep getting slower and slower under Trick Room, and it should work out pretty well. Unless something like I don't know, unless he's got min speed on one of his mons. I think even if he does, after a trick or after a V-Create, I am slower than all of his possible mons. That being said, the next mon I got is Zapdos, physically defensive with a little speed investment. This is to take on the Mimikyu, take on the Garchomp, quite a few other things as well. Pretty sure that I can take on the Hitmonchan as well, but he doesn't bring it. He doesn't bring the Garchomp either. So I guess that's just about it for that. It's just a Volt Switch, Heat Wave, Hidden Power Ice, Defog set with leftovers and pressure, and yeah, it's just really hard to kill. Zapdos is hard to kill, period. Next up is a Sneasel, which is a knockoff Icicle Crash Ice Shard natural gift set with the Whatmel Berry. So that gives me natural gift fire. I think it's a 100 base power fire type attack. So that I can click knockoff basically any time in the match, and he only has one switch in, I believe, being the Klefki can come in on the knockoff, and then if it's physically defensive, after the knockoff, natural gift is pretty solid move to click after that. Deals a lot of damage if it doesn't knock it out. And then also I have the pickpocket, so after I lose my Whatmel Berry, I can take an item from another one of his mons. Ice Shard to revenge kill things like Scarf Thunder Therian, or Scarf Garchomp, as well as just getting off chip damage against anything else. And then knockoff is there for, just general stab and getting rid of items, and the Icicle Crash is there for powerful stab. So I speed creep the Thunder Therian, I believe, or the Garchomp. One of the two. Probably the Garchomp. I think it's a little bit faster. Next up is an Assault Vest Manaphy. I bring this thing for Salazzle. max special defense, maxed HP. This thing can eat up hits from Salazzle pretty much no matter what set it is, unless it's like a life orb with a nasty plot set up, then it has a chance to 2-hit KO me. But Scald Okos after rocks, so that's okay. And I have the knockoff and the U-turn for momentum, and Ice Beam to make sure that I can Oko things like Garchomp and Thunder Therian after rocks. Scarf Nidoqueen because it's pretty solid in this matchup. Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Sludge Wave, and Ice Beam. I'm able to run Modest this week, so Modest Sheer Force going to be putting in some work, and then enough speed to outspeed I think Salazzle and maybe some of his potential Scarfers like X-Blood or something like that. But yeah, not really too designated in the speed tiers. And then I have Shaman, which is a Leech Seed set with Energy Ball, Hidden Power Ice, and Healing Wish. Mixed defenses with the Kibia Berry, so I can take on a Acid Downpour from the Thunder Therian. This is my switch in. So that's pretty nice. So anyways, we can hop into the battle here, and I'm going to lead with Nidoqueen to get my rocks up potentially against anything. I figured he would lead with the Thunder Therian because in this matchup it looks like he could run a Scarf set with U-turn and just get momentum. So I'm going to lead with Nidoqueen, and he actually leads with the spider thingy here, and I'm going to hard switch out into Manaphy because it is Assault Vest and can take this thing on because of its natural bulk. And just going to click knock off after he gets the defense drop here. Going to go for the Leech Life, and it does a little more than it should because of the defense drop, but I can just U-turn out here, go into Zapdos. As I guess he predicts me to switch. He goes for the liquidation again and gets another defense drop. So there's that. Here I'm just going to Volt Switch, I believe, and he goes into Thunder Therian. So good play. I thought about maybe making a play and predicting the Thunders to come out, but if he stayed in, then I would have a Mon taking damage again for no reason. So I thought Volt Switch was my best play. In case he went to Among Us or something, then I could just go into Victini and click V-Create, and then something dies. So that's noted in my mind. So here I'm just going to switch into Shaman on the Thunderbolt, as it would do a lot of damage to my Zapdos. So pretty easy play there, as he goes for the Volt Switch. So he's not Scarfed, which is great news for me. I'm going to go for the Leech Seed here, as he does go into the Mungus. And now I'm going to switch out into the Nidoqueen as he goes for a Poison type move. And now I'm going to set up my Stealth Rocks as he switches into Empoleon. So here I'm really wishing I wasn't Scarfed, because I could switch up my moves every time I come in. He goes for the Scald and yet gets another secondary effect with the Burn. As I go for the U-turn, get me a nice crit there. Definitely changes the game. Right back in the Nidoqueen as he gets his own rocks up. And here I'm just going to click Earth Power. Not really going to make a prediction or anything. See how much damage it does to this bug type here. Does almost 20%. Basically nothing. I'm going to hard switch out into Manaphy here as he goes for the liquidation again. Drops me down pretty low. But I do have the Healing Wish on Shaman, and this Manaphy is actually still important in the match, so I could either keep it as a sack or Healing Wish it up later. Just depends on what I want to do. And just U-turn out to Zapdos as he goes for the Leech Life, and I'm able to defog the rocks away. And now I can Volt Switch if I wanted to. I think I am going to quick Volt Switch here as he goes for the liquidation, being adamant about staying in. I guess he predicted the defog maybe. But yeah, I'm just going to quick Volt Switch. He goes into the Thunder Therian again. Not really making any aggressive plays. And that's actually keeping him in the game. He goes for the sludge wave this time, predicting my shame. And I do have the Kibia berry, so that wouldn't have been able to 2-hit KO me, which is nice. And here I'm going to set up my rocks, predicting him to switch out. And he actually is going to stay in and reveal the Shattered Psyche, or Psyche, whatever you want to say. And he's going to take out my Nidoqueen, which is very important because that was my Scarf Mom, my great revenge killer. And now now I'm going to revenge kill him with Sneasel as he decides to preserve that thing and go out into his Empoleon. I am just going to click knockoff though. I knew he wouldn't stay in there. And I could click natural gift here. Probably should have, just to see how much damage it did. And he actually goes for the Scald as I sack my Zapdos. So now things are getting pretty tense here. I should have just clicked Bolt Strike here and got rid of this thing, because he's actually going to outspeed under Trick Room and get a huge hit off. And I get a defense drop yet again, able to get the +2 under Trick Room though, and I am really bulky. He brings in his Amoonguss here. I guess he's slower than me, but I guess I could have went for the V-Crate on the last turn, and I wouldn't have. I mean, after the V-Crate, I would have outsped the Amoonguss under Trick Room thanks to the speed drop, and I'm pretty sure that V-Crate would have knocked the bug out anyway. So I should have definitely clicked V-Crate there, and I wouldn't have taken this next 24%, and I wouldn't have got poisoned. So I would still be here and able to get off a couple more hits, and it's actually going to bite me in the ass as I do get poisoned, and I don't get to live throughout my Trick Room turns. So now he brings in the Explode. I go into Shaman here. Looks like he is Specs because he gets the Oko here. Go out with the Sneasel and then sack my Manaphy because of Trick Room. And now I can bring in Sneasel, and all I need is some flinches. If I get a flinch, I can knock him out, but no flinch, and he is able to pick up a 4-0 victory. And the little, I guess, kind of like falling off of a mountain right now. Gonna lose another one, back-to-back games in the late season, but this game really wasn't that important as we already got playoffs clinched. And I don't think, even if I won my last 2 games with 6-0 differentials, that I would get the first round bye, because Aki's differential would be so high, and I think he's guaranteed the first round bye already. So this match wasn't that important, so it's all good. And yeah, we move on to, I think, 7-5. Yeah, I think we're 7-5, and we will get the 2nd or 3rd seed in our conference no matter what. So it's all good. Good game to Davion. He doesn't have control of poisons or anything like that, or the defense drops. He actually noted that he got every defense drop, which kind of sucked, but it's Pokemon. Just like last week when we missed the Bolt Strike that could potentially win us the game, but such is the game we play and the game we love. But anyways, we will be moving on to week 13, and we will be facing Alpha and his Rocky Mountain Marowaks, and he has a pretty threatening squad, so stay tuned for that match. If you like, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.